If you're planning on taking a trip to the Oregon coast, don't make the same mistake that most tourists do. Today, I'm showing you the restaurants, hidden spots, and views that actually make the drive worth it. Millions of people visit the Oregon coast every year, but with so many restaurants, beaches, and attractions, it's hard to know what's actually worth your time. So today we're driving from Portland, Oregon to Cannon Beach, Oregon to find out. We'll be trying one of the highest rated restaurants in the Oregon coast, exploring Haystack Rock, stop by a farmer's market,
I've never eaten a flower like that.
discovering some unexpected wildlife, and seeing if Cannon Beach really deserves all the hype. And if you guys enjoy honest food reviews, travel finds, and hidden gems, make sure you subscribe to this channel because we got a lot more stuff coming up. Now let's hit the road. Yet another glorious day here in Portland, Oregon. We're headed to Cannon Beach so we can try out some restaurants out there and hopefully check out this cool rock thing. Now, before leaving Portland, we stopped at Kalesa Coffee, which was inside of the Gotham building. No Batman. Originally, I was only planning on grabbing a coffee for the drive, but I noticed those bakery treats and that changed my mind real quick. We got the crinkles, which looks like ube cookies, and that chocolate chip cookie looks really good too. Ooh, that blueberry muffin is calling my name. We ordered a coconut cold brew with ube whipped cream and a blueberry muffin. And the owner actually threw in a free ube cookie, which we really appreciated. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, enjoy your time here and after.
Thank you. All right.
It's nice of him to throw the cookie.
Everything was fresh, the drinks were good, and it was just a great way to start the morning. But then something happened to me that never happened to me before. So I walked back in to grab my straw and get a receipt, and the owner let me know I didn't even pay in the first place. No, when I did pay for it, he was like, you know, it comes back around, man. It would have been fine if you left for, I was like, wow, real hippie. Got this really big blueberry muffin, which I'm gonna be snacking on along the route. So let's try that first real quick. This is actually a lot more moist than it looks. I love that it's moist. And that crumble on the top is perfect. That's actually one of the best blueberry muffins I've done had. Now we're moving on to the ube cookie, which looks really good. Since I've been out here, ube hasn't been my favorite thing, but let's see. I love their desserts here. This was just a spot that we just decided to randomly come to because it was on the route anyways. Here goes their banana bread with a little bit of the ube sugar on there from the sugar cookie. Actually, all of their desserts are really good. I would give them for all their desserts here, 9.8, but they're all really good on that same level. Now let's try to drink out, which is really what I'm hoping to taste really good. I'm not gonna mix it up first. I'm just gonna try it like this, and then we're gonna try it after being mixed. Oh no, it tastes like straight milk. All right, we're mixing. Nice. I give that about an 8 out of 10. It's not as sweet as I'd like it to be, or maybe that's just because I had the sweets first. It's still really good. I'm not getting a lot of flavors. Again, maybe because I just had a bunch of sweets. I'll give it an 8.1 out of 10. Tastes like real coffee. That's the cold brew coffee that he makes. He made it right in front of us. You got your syrup in there with the ube whipped cream, which isn't very strong. Well, maybe if I dip my ube cookie in that thing and see what it's talking about, maybe that's gonna add to the flavor. Okay, never do that. Overall, I'm really happy with the restaurant regardless. It wasn't too expensive. They didn't waste my gas, and I would definitely come here again. Now we're moving on to the next spot, which hopefully is Cannon Beach. Then me and my wife finally started our drive towards Cannon Beach. Now, one thing I didn't expect on this drive was how quickly the scenery would change. In Portland, it was nothing but buildings for miles, and the further we drove away, the greener everything became. The temperature dropped and the rain even rolled in. It really started feeling like the Oregon coast I've been seeing in all these pictures. When we got to Cannon Beach, we headed straight to Wayfarer. And if you've been researching what to eat in Cannon Beach, then you've probably seen this place recommended over and over. There was limited parking by the time we got there, and there was a line. The cool thing is it wasn't much of a physical line. I went inside and we got put on a digital waiting list, and there was only about 7 people ahead of us. After about 20 minutes, they told us our table was ready via text. And the inside was beautiful. There was wood everywhere, large windows overlooking the beach, and it really just felt like one of those restaurants people come back to as a home spot year after year. Here's a list of everything we ordered: a bowl of clam chowder, fish and chips, 2 prime rib French dip sandwiches, a side of fries, a coconut drink, a sweet tea, banana foster bread pudding, and a peanut brittle chocolate volcano cake. Before ordering, our waiter told us that the prime rib French dip was his favorite thing on the menu. I don't usually listen to people's recommendations right off the rip, but he just seemed like a guy that knew what he was talking about, and I'm really glad I trusted him. That recommendation made this one of the best meals we had anywhere in Oregon. So this is what she just ordered. Ooh, that tastes like the white popsicle that you get now, those little long popsicle packets that they come wet and you just stick them in the freezer. It tastes like that, but de-thawed and a little bit of sugar added. What do you think?
I just think it's a great drink. It tastes like coconut and really reflection.
Okay.
I can see.
And we're gonna try this one out, which is their Wayfarer Margarita. They said it was real popular on the menu, so let's try it out. Damn, that's strong. That'll put some hair on your chest. That's some strong stuff right there. I don't know if I would order this again, and I might actually change it to a sweet tea. I'm not really upset because I got to try out their recommended margarita. Awesome. Yes, I did want to actually change this out. Just a regular sweet tea. All right, let's try the sandwich by itself first. Mine came with no cheese as I didn't want cheese on it, and my wife's came with cheese on it, the provolone.
Manually placed.
It's not melted on there for hers because we asked for it to be taken off ahead of time. So let's try it out, see what it's talking about. This is already a really good sandwich, and the meat wasn't fatty or anything like that. I'd put this at a good solid, at least a 9.2 maybe out of 10 without the sauce. So let's try the sauce next. There's definitely a watery sauce. It's not like a sauciness, more like a broth. Let's try that out. That added to it so much. I think definitely that boosted it close to, if not a complete 10. I'm just gonna pour mine in here. Yeah, give me all that. I know what I need. Great recommendation. I would order this again, straight out the back. Definitely a 10 out of 10. And that broth with it, you just let it soak up in it. That's some like beef broth. It's really good. And honestly, it's nothing like special. That broth, it tastes just like a beef broth, but it's really good. Like a ramen noodle pack beef broth. I'm just saying that as reference to how seasoned it is. Sometimes keeping it simple, just some bread, some good meat, some seasoned broth, and you make something great like this. Let me try some of these fries. Tastes like some really good sea salted fries. And you know what? They gave me a pick one. I forgot. I should have ate that with the sandwich. That would have probably took it to a whole nother level. Now we got the fish and chips. Gonna try this out real quick. First off, let's talk about the crisp on that thing right there. Let's try it out. Need some salt for sure. I don't know. It's not tasting special to me. It tastes like really flavorless to me. And maybe that's because we just had a really good flavorful burger, but I don't think that's the reason why. It just tastes like a unseasoned. I would give this like a 8 out of 10 because it's cooked all the way through. It's got a nice crisp, golden crisp to it. Maybe they just didn't season this batch as well. The fries are a must though. Fries are good. Time for the clam o' lamb chowder. About to try this out real quick. Everyone said you had to try the clam chowder, including the people that were right here next to us. So I have high hopes for this one actually. We'll see. That tastes like Campbell's out the can. You can go to Walmart, had this type of chowder for days. I don't know what the hype is about this clam chowder, but this is not what I was expecting.
I have to respectfully disagree. I love it. I like clam chowder too. I think this tastes great. I can tell this is a really nicely fresh potato, and the clams in it. Everything tastes fresh.
Okay, well, you heard it here. She likes it, but to each their own. Now we're gonna try out this coleslaw. I rarely like coleslaw. If I'm eating coleslaw, it gotta be good. So let's try it out. Nice crunch to it. Not bad. This is seasoned, crunchy, tasty, not watery or runny or too thick with the mayonnaise. I hate mayonnaise, but this is the only thing that I can really eat with mayonnaise in it. As coleslaw goes, I think this is some of the best I've had, but I'm not gonna finish it because I don't really care for coleslaw like that. But if I did, that would be some peak coleslaw in my opinion. Overall, it's not too loud, You got the beach. I think they do have access to the beach by walking out there. I'm not sure. The food is really good. The fries are great. The clam chowder tastes like Campbell's to me. When I be saying my thoughts on these dishes, it's typically like very strict and like I can really relate it to something else typically. I definitely would say the French dip was clearly the star of the show, and I would highly recommend you get that if you come in here for sure. It's really good. And the coleslaw, I don't know what, I think that came with your fish and chips. Okay, well, if you like coleslaw anyways, maybe you get that on the side. But for me, the thing that I would come back for sure, because it was that level of good, the prime rib sandwich, the fries, and for the drink recommendations, it was the coconut something on the menu. That was really good. So I mean, you can't go wrong with those things that I mentioned. And you probably won't break the bank either if you're looking to stick to a budget. If I ordered just that alone, then I would rate this restaurant probably about a 9.5. And on Google, I'd rate them 5 stars. Just because they didn't do anything wrong. It's just certain dishes that I didn't care for, that a lot of other people ran and raved about. So he just brought in some more crap. I mean, he brought in some quinine, which I'm actually a little excited for. Let me try this out with none of the ice cream. Hold on. No, it's 10 out of 10. That's definitely a 10 out of 10. All right, let me get a piece of this right here. Oh no, the tower's falling. I didn't get no cake on that. If you like chocolate, and I mean real chocolate, not caramel, you're gonna love this. It's gonna be a high 9 for sure. If you really like chocolate and like a milk chocolate. It's like a marshmallow, maybe a mousse or something like that. It's like a, I don't even know, like a frosting or something. Real cloudy and fluffy. It's not like a sticky, gooey marshmallow or nothing like that. Maybe it's like a regular piece of chocolate with some nuts in it or something. It has some sort of crunch piece in there. Then you have the chocolate cake at the bottom, which is nice and soft and moist, with the chocolate drizzle on the top. And I think this is peanut butter on the top. So that may be what's in the middle in there, little peanut butter pieces or something. But overall, it's really good. I rated a high 9, probably about a 9.8. Would I order it again if I'm looking to get that sugar? The banana foster for sure is definitely the best dessert that I think we've had since being out here. Also, you should know that there are different menus, and we came during the lunch menu. Call ahead of time to know what their actual schedules are for the lunch menu, because what it is right now might change later, just like how some things on their menu have changed from the last time that somebody else had posted something on Google. We spent about $146 before the tip and $172 after the tip. That's not cheap at all, but I definitely think it's worth the experience. I think the best thing about Wayfarer isn't even the dining experience by itself. What's really cool is its position. When you walk around the building, which I was just doing for the fun of it, you'll find that the Haystack Rock is actually right behind them. That was such a beautiful surprise.
It's not just a boulder, it's a rock.
The Haystack Rock stands about 235 feet above shoreline, and it's one of the most recognizable landmarks on the Oregon coast. I really wanted to fly my drone there and get some great views for you guys, but unfortunately they were unauthorized. As disappointed as that was, I completely understand. Some places just deserve to be peaceful and left alone. And at the point of seeing the haystack, I was like, this might be the best part of the day. Well, it turns out I was wrong. Upon leaving Wayfarer, we actually stumbled across a farmer's market. I think that might have been one of the biggest surprises of the day. It was the Cannon Beach Tuesday Farmer's Market. And funny thing, this wasn't even on our itinerary. We didn't even know anything about it. They had fresh berries, fresh jams, vegetables, wines, flowers. They also had some of the sweetest sweet peas I've ever tasted. I ate them raw. And I don't know if it was because the market was closing or not, but people were just giving us free stuff. If you're coming to Cannon Beach anyways, I highly recommend you check them out on a Tuesday so that way you can get to this farmer's market. They do close a little early though. I believe they close around like 2 p.m. We were very happy that we made it and glad to know a little bit more about Cannon Beach. Another thing I noticed about Cannon Beach is that people just didn't seem to be in a hurry there. From the restaurants, the shops, the beaches, even the speed limit, everything just encourages you to slow down. And I think that's what I absolutely loved about the place. That's really part of the charm there. So they just gave us some sweet peas just for free because we were having a conversation with them and we're doing recording of them and whatnot. So she's been snacking on them for the past couple of minutes now, and she said they're extremely sweet. So let me try them out. This tastes like there's sugar in it. That's how sweet it is. And you can see This is fresh out the ground. These are freshly plucked, and they taste actually sweet, like sugar in this, isn't it right?
That's natural flavor.
That's crazy. We also got some of these blackberries, which she said is a little game of sweet and tart. So let's try some of these. Really good, very juicy, very full. These are a little bit larger than the ones I'm used to, and that one was a little tart. Maybe this one will be a little sweet. That was a sweet one. I would definitely recommend buying these. These were $7 at the market. That whole market was cool. Definitely would recommend going out there if you happen to be here on a Tuesday between 10 and 3 o'clock. Try to get there a little earlier than we did, but overall, great experience, great people. I'm really excited. Most of the people at the restaurants who own the restaurants get their produce from the farmers market.
We drove to Arcadia State Recreation Beach site. On the way there, we actually spotted an elk laying down in the grass next to the other beach. Then when we hit the road, we spotted an entire group on the loop of one of the exits. If you're driving the Oregon coast, don't just focus on getting to your destination. Really look around. You never know what you might find.
We're going through this little, I'm right here, going through this little jungle trek.
Cause I want to sit right here.
Wow. This is so amazing. I don't know why I'm so wild by this, but maybe it's because we're in the States still and I'm just not. I didn't expect to see this here. Those waves are crashing. I didn't even think they had beaches here. And talking birds. And this beach is so clean and like, there's not a bunch of trash all over the place. Just open sand. What a beautiful place. Oh my gosh. Oh.
It must be sunglass thing.
Wow.
Go in the circle. He said, yeah, it's my spot.
Whoa, did the waves go back that much?
What is that?
This is where the waves come. And it's
Yeah, maybe it's a rip tide.
it's a low tide. Birds of a feather flocking together. Okay, you can tell that the water got brought back way far back from where it usually is. But it's just certain times of the day the water changes how high it is or low it is.
Backing up the way it's backing up.
That's just how the waves crash, baby. It normally does that. Hold on, this feel a little cold. Hold on. Ah, it's cold. Oh, it's cold. It's cold. So we made it to the rock. It is just as glorious up close as it is at a distance. Whoa.
There's more rocks in between the rocks. More rocks.
Now, Arcadia Beach ended up being one of my favorite spots. One thing to keep in mind though when you're driving on the Oregon coast is that your service may go in and out, and that can be a problem with navigation. The good news is there's pretty much just one road, so drive back to where you were and you'll probably get some more service again. We really enjoyed Arcadia Beach and I highly recommend checking that out if you're going to Cannon Beach anyways. And even if you're not going to Cannon Beach, just go check it out. We got back to Castaways right when they opened, and it turns out they had reservations only for the entire day. So if you want to eat there, make sure you reserve your table at least a couple days ahead of time. That way it'll spare you some disappointment. Driving back to Portland from the coast, I couldn't stop staring at all the big old trees. I've never been to the redwoods, so these are the biggest trees that I've ever seen. And it really felt like every mile of the drive had something new to see.
What an amazing forest. And it just goes downhill too. This view here is just amazing. I love, love, love this view. And I fell in love with Portland just off this trip alone. This is just, all right. So we made it back into Portland. We are headed down to Black Star Grill, which we're here now.
Oh, that's it.
Right across the street. Cool, cool. Black Star Grill, here we go. After you.
Here's what we ordered. A classic chicken bowl with grilled chicken, jollof rice, and stir-fried vegetables, chicken suya, and 2 pineapple ginger fits drinks.
Let's try this chicken. Oh man, that looks really good. Nice and charred. Tastes like they pulled that fresh off the grill. Fire. Cabbage was real good. Yeah. Thank you. Just some of that jollof rice. This is the plantain right here. Look at that. You know this is about to be sweet. Nice and seasoned, nice and flavorful. Charcoal grill. They made this fresh to order. It's really good. Everything in this plate here, including the jollof, is really good. I'll give them a 9 point, maybe a 9.5. But oh, I didn't see that. There's a little bit of sauce in the middle. It's almost like a sweet potato sauce a little bit. Now let me try this next one right here. This is the chicken suya right here. Let me try with the onion. It is a little spicy. This is the pineapple ginger drink right here. Oh, I really like that. I really like that. That's a 10. I love pineapple though, so I'm biased. The chicken suya, not really doing it for me. I put them at like a 8. 8. 1, 8, 2. Ooh. Put the chicken suya. What you think?
I prefer that one to this one.
Really? Oh, let's switch then. I like that.
I think the plate. Am I missing something? Yeah. Let me try one more.
See, we're opposite taste. Another one where it's like you see two different people with two different taste buds. This one, all right, that's a little bit higher. Now let's dig into this food. I'm so glad this restaurant wasn't a dub, because this was ideally the last restaurant we're gonna go to today, because that 4-hour total drive, not including the other places that we had went while we were out there on the port side, took me out. Everything on this plate was seasoned. The veggies, to the jollof, to the chicken, to the plantain. And funny enough, I think the least seasoned thing might be the chicken, because that's how seasoned everything is. So for this restaurant here, it's real solid, a good come to. I would come back. They didn't waste my gas money. Highly recommend.
After spending the whole day at the Oregon coast, I finally understood why everybody recommended it. It isn't just a restaurant or a beach or a landmark. It's how everything comes together. The scenery, the food, the wildlife, the small towns. It's just one of those surprisingly slow places that you can just enjoy, relax, and just feel like you're on a vacation. If you're planning a trip to Portland or the Oregon coast, I hope this video really helped you decide which places deserve to be on your itinerary. And make sure you guys subscribe, because in the next episode, our Portland trip takes a turn that we never saw coming. And if you just enjoy honest food reviews, travel finds, and hidden gems that help make the most of your trip, hit that subscribe button and join me for the next adventure. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next plate check.